Welcome to week 12 of this NFL season. The Bengals come in at 3-7, the bottom of the AFC North, but that isn't going to stop this fan base cheering them on to beat the top team, the Cleveland Browns. They're a game ahead of the Steelers and the Ravens. We begin with the first play. Browns hand off to Suggs, who takes it to the edge and gains about 8. 3rd and inches, hand off to Suggs again, who finds a hole and squeezes through for the first. 3rd and 6 now, same drive. Garcia has time in the pocket, finds Davis open across the middle for a big first down. Look at that protection. Nobody was close to Garcia, who throws a nice pass to an open receiver. The next play, Garcia pumps it to the flat, then decides to tuck it and run. Wait, never mind, he sets his feet, throws to Northcutt for another big first down. The Browns have been hot after feeling it last week. Here's another big play by Garcia. The pump to the right, he looks as if he's going to take off with it, but the awareness to know where the line of scrimmage is and great pass and catch. That is an elite play. A play later, Garcia drops back in the pocket, passes it to Winslow on the out route, pulls in the low pass and has space. He shoves his defender into China and gets into the end zone for the score. The young man has improved over this season. The rest of the Browns are fired up, and they should be after that play. The defender had a chance at the ball there, but just too late to react. After that, it was all Winslow with a stiff arm and score. Rookie of the year? Maybe. Browns take an early 7-0 lead. First play for the Bengals now. They fake the handoff to Rudy, and Kitna steps up, gets sacked by Orpheus Roy. You're going to see on the play that Roy does a stunt and comes in virtually unblocked. Next play, Kitna drops back in the pocket, steps up again, and sacked again by Roy. Already with the second sack on the day, one-on-one blocking and the spin move on the guard, forget it, he's done. After a 3-and-out, the Browns got the ball back at midfield. Garcia connects with Winslow for a 5-yard gain. 3rd down now, Garcia drops back in the pocket, has all the time to throw, lobs one over to Northcutt, who catches and runs for a few more. Again, protection has been very good for Garcia. He just waited for Northcutt to find an open spot in the zone. Nice throw and catch. Very next play, handoff to Suggs, who runs outside, has blockers to cut inside and gain 7 on the play. 2nd and 3, handoff to Suggs, finds the hole and runs through for the first. End of the first quarter and the Browns are driving. They currently lead 7-0. Second quarter begins, Garcia drops back and decides to tuck and run with it. He has a defender to beat and gets hit short of the touchdown, but second effort gets it in. Jeff Garcia has been the reason this team has been relevant so far. You're gonna see it on this play. He sees a lane and a bunch of green grass. Then as he gets hit, he does his best to fall in the end zone, gets the score. After a 3-and-out by the Bengals, Browns hand the ball off to Suggs, who gets skinny for 5 yards. 3rd down now, Garcia takes a step back, throws one-on-one with Morgan, and the defender got the better positioning. Garcia upset at that poorly thrown ball. You can't really fault him too much for that. The defender got a good jam at the line and kept his guy towards the sideline. Textbook play by the corner. First play on the drive, Kitna takes the ball, steps up, and is sacked once again. Warren with his 2nd sack on the day. 2nd and 13, Kitna drops back, steps up in the pocket, throws to Chad Johnson, who takes it up the field for the first. Warwick Holdman ended up getting injured, looks like an arm injury. More information at the end of the game. 2 plays later, Kitna drops back, throws quickly to Johnson, who is covered by everyone and picked off by the backup to Holdman. The play would come back as it was pass interference on the defense. 2nd down now, Kitna rolls out to his left, has time, then throws back to his right. One-on-one, and the receiver comes down with it. Kitna has been having a rough game overall, but with no pressure on him here, he was able to throw a perfect ball for a huge gain. Kitna, quick drop back and throw, falls incomplete. Next play, quick pass again, it's incomplete. 3rd down now, Kitna drops back, throws to his left, almost picked off by the safety. They bring the kicker out for a 29-yarder and he nails it. Let's take a look at the division standings. The Browns have a 1-game lead over Pittsburgh and Baltimore. This game is their final division game of the year. They lost twice to the Steelers and once to the Ravens. 2 minutes left in the half, and Garcia drops back to throw to his right. Has his man open, Northcutt comes down with it for the first. Same exact play Garcia got picked off on. This time he goes to the other side of the field and connects with his guy for the first. Good job by Northcutt. Next play, Garcia drops back, moves around in the pocket, and throws to Northcutt again for a short gain. The news on Holdman is that he'll be out for the rest of the game so far. Next play, they pitch it to Suggs, who does his best to speed forward for the first. First down, Garcia drops back, he reads man, covers 0, and throws to his speedy receiver, who gets the separation he needs to make the catch. Davis hasn't been the most reliable receiver on the team, but today he's proving his worth one-on-one, and he manages to catch the ball too. 21 seconds left, Garcia drops back, has time to throw, and finds Jackson coming across the middle for a short gain. Second down now, Garcia takes the ball, has 0 time to throw, and sacked. Third down, Garcia drops back, has all the time in the world, and throws to Davis, who gets the ball knocked away. Phil Dawson comes out for a 23-yarder, and did you really think he was going to miss that? That's the end of the first half, and the Browns have a 2-touchdown lead, 17-3. The Bengals haven't done much. They continue to try and pass the ball down the field when they should be trying to establish a running game. They have a brute in the backfield. The Browns are doing everything as well as you can ask them to. Getting first downs, extending the drive, get their defense tired, as good as it can be. First play in the second half, Kitna drops back, looks right, throws, and dropped by his receiver. Second down, Kitna drops back, throws to his right again, caught this time for a first. Just a simple slant, but the throw by Kitna was on a rope between 2 defenders. On the next play, Kitna drops back again, pressure in his face, throws to Johnson, who comes down with it for the first. The offensive line has been a revolving door this game, but Kitna stands tall and throws a nice pass to Johnson. First down, Kitna drops back in the pocket, and throws deep down the middle to his H-back, who can't come down with it. 3rd and 7, Kitna stands in the pocket, and Johnson is open on the sideline, but the throw is too late, and the safety gets there in time to bat it away. The Browns would go 3 and out, Bengals ball. Kitna throws a quick pass, complete to Johnson. 2nd and 1, and the Bengals finally give it to Rudy, who goes off tackle and gains the first. After the run, Kitna drops way back to throw, and finds Warwick open down the field for the first. If you can't block this defensive line, they just keep dropping back until they can't get to you. So far, the plan seems to be working. He finds the hole in the zone. 2nd and 10 now, Kitna drops back and throws to Johnson on the corner route for the first. The Browns were playing cover 2, and the Bengals just made sure the corner in the flat was busy to get Johnson open on his route. On the next play, Kitna hands it off to Rudy Johnson for a good 5 yards. 2nd down, back to Rudy, who gets himself skinny, which is hard to do for another decent run. 3rd and inches, and Rudy takes it off tackle, makes a bad cut to the outside, and falls for the first down. 1st and goal, last time they couldn't get in the end zone, and so far not looking good. 2nd and goal, Kitna hands it off to Rudy, who barely makes it to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal, 5 receivers for the Bengals. Kitna drops back and throws to the back of the end zone, almost intercepted. Once again, they get held to a field goal in goal-to-goal situation. The Browns ball now. Garcia steps back, pumps, and now throws, but before pressure gets there, he has a man deep. Morgan pulls the pass in right around midfield. That pump faked no one, or maybe it did, as Morgan only had the safety covering him, who was not as aggressive breaking that pass, but did make the tackle. 2nd and 7, Garcia drops back in the pocket, pumps it, pressure off the edge, checks it down to Suggs, who catches the ball and sprints for the first. Garcia took a hard hit as he let go of the ball. His bravery will forever be remembered. Suggs is playing pretty well today. On the next play, they hand the ball off to Suggs, who has good blocking and picks up 4 yards. 3rd and 2, bring in the brute, and he runs over his own guy. Stop! 4th down now, bring out Phil Dawson, who kicks it through the upright from 38 yards out. Bengals' last chance to do anything. Kidna drops back, throws deep to Johnson, who's behind the defense, and it's just overthrown. 2nd and 10 now. Kidna drops back again, has Johnson open on the same route he missed earlier, and he has room to run. Finally gets pushed out at the 30. Earlier in the game, Kidna saw Johnson too late, but this time he hits him right in stride and he does the rest of the work. Johnson is a lot faster than I thought he was, simply outran a tackle. 2nd and 10 now. Kidna drops back in the pocket, forces it to Johnson, almost picked off. 3rd and 10 after the last play. Kidna drops back to throw, forces another one, incomplete. Final chance to extend the dream, and Kidna is immediately brought down. Roy has been a nightmare for Kidna today. Unblockable. Now just run the clock from here on out. Suggs will carry 4 yards. 3rd down now. Browns run a counter play, hand off to Suggs, who gets to the edge, has space and speed to get past the 1st down marker, and stays in bounds. Another handoff to Suggs, who's getting great blocking today. Gain of 6. No more timeouts for the Bengals. Pitch to Suggs, who has open space and decides to power for the first. That would end the game. The Browns come away with another win, 8-3. They secure a non-losing season. It's almost as if someone is controlling this team and making the right decisions. Why aren't they undefeated then? The running game was very efficient for the Browns, and the Bengals didn't choose to run until the 2nd half. The indecisiveness of Kidna ended up being the downfall for the Bengals, who are free-falling right now, and it might be time to start Carson Palmer. Holdman is going to miss the rest of the regular season, and the backup is Boyer and Thompson. More likely, Boyer will take the majority of the snaps. I like him as a complete player. The Browns are still not first in the AFC, but they're 2nd. They have yet to beat a team that has a winning record when they meet, but have beaten teams who now have a winning record.